Yo, Bodega, what's good? Today we're stepping into Sanctum Obitus. This map's not one of those give and go, man. We got to put in a little bit of work, so I'm gonna break this down in the cleanest way possible. Get y'all set up with the power, all the artifacts, sword, key, all that, and make sure we guys don't get bagged and we out here getting the bag. So let's jump into it. All right, so to get started on the map, we're gonna get the power going. So it's gonna be 6 generators, just like in Origins. And we're just gonna, as soon as you hit the first generator, these keepers gonna spawn on. It's gonna be about 3 or 4 of them, just like in every section that you go to in this map. They're gonna spawn in. You're gonna, just kill them really quick. They're pretty weak. In the intro room and spawn, make sure that you grab the glowing green thing that you saw earlier. You will be needing that to build the wonder weapon later on, so I'll mention that later on. But for now, make sure you get these generators turned on. As you can see here, the last one is at PhD. And after you kill the generators there, power is on. And we're good to go to the next section. Next section is going to be turn on the low gravity. So after you do the full cycle of turning on the generators and getting back to spawn, you're going to go back up to the quick revive room. You're going to stand on those 3 plates, just like in Der Eisendra, however you say it. And the Rising Dreesh, whatever. And then from there, you're going to go up to the last room up here and double tap, stand on that for about 7 or 8 seconds. That'll get the low gravity going. Personally, I didn't use it for this map, but some people can use it to get like shield parts, or in this particular map, the wonder weapon part. Well, not one of the wonder weapon parts, one of the artifacts, which is the globe. You can use the gravity to do that. But next, we're going to go to the shield. Back in spawn, it's going to be there at the start. The second part is going to be right below the Thompson buy. You're going to have to jump down here, grab that. And then the last part, of course, is going to be at the very end. This is a very tricky part. What you grab here, get here, grab the handle of the shield. In about 5 seconds, that will break. So when you jump around, as you see here, drops. And yeah, you take that back to the Wonder Fizz area. Not the Wonder Fizz area, but the Fighter's Fizz area. Build it right there, the shield right there on the build table. And there's your shield. Next, before we go any further, let me discuss pro perks right quick. Pro perks are an upgraded version of the perks that you usually get. It's actually kind of, I think it's like Modern Warfare or Black Ops 1, 2, whatnot. These actually are upgrades of the regular perks you get. And the requirements are that you have to at least do 1 full cycle, so turn off 6 generators, get back to spawn, and it has to be at least round 10 in order to get the pro perks. So we're gonna go through it really quick. Flopper, you will get immune to fall damage. Juggernaut, extra health. Quick revive, obviously it's pretty much the same, get you back up quicker. Double tap, faster shooting, like 3 times damage. There's no upgrade for Fighter's Fizz. Speed Cola, pretty much that's time slip. Infinite sprint with stamina up. So as you go through the map, unlock the power, the power during your cycles and whatnot, getting your money up. Make sure you're grabbing these pro perks, because it's gonna make the map a lot easier, because once you get to like round 10 or 11, these zombies, man, these motherfuckers are on crack, bro. Next, let's move to getting the artifacts needed to get the Easter egg going. So the first part is gonna be the crystal orb. What you're gonna do is go to the top, make sure you actually have, I believe, PhD Pro for this. I'm gonna highly recommend that. Because what you're going to be doing is jumping down here and grabbing it mid-air. And once you grab it mid-air, if the gravity is not activated, you're going to fall right down into the ground. There it is right there. Just a quick little pause. Grab it mid-air. Try to fall right down the hole, so that way you splash in water and you get brought back by the quick revive room. Anyway, once you get the crystal orb, what you're going to do is take that. Excuse me. You're going to go back to spawn. And you're actually going to drop this in this club. Now, I forgot to mention this before, but you have to get the wonder weapon and shoot a little canister above the opening door and spawn to get this canister to come out and drop this smoke. Once you get that done, you come here, drop the crystal. It'll be a lockdown. I believe it's like 30-second lockdown. You can kill all these zombies. Once the zombies are done, you get a little sound. You'll get a little prompt saying, hey, it's done. Pick up the crystal orb. You're gonna take the crystal orb back up to the top of the zip line in the Fighter's Fizz area. Once you get up there, go all the way to the back corner. You'll see an artifact wall with 3 insets for 3 items. The first one's gonna be obviously the orb in your hand. And if you look at the bottom, it actually says Rick Toppin's name, which is pretty eerie, but also pretty dope at the same time. All right, next up. After this, we're gonna get the well, in the midst of getting the next artifact, we're gonna get the Wonder Weapon. So I'm gonna show you really quick how to get those pieces. Like I mentioned at the start of the guide, when you do the first generator and you kill these keepers, a couple of them are gonna drop these gun pieces. And you saw me pick up one there. It's actually the barrel of the gun that you're actually gonna need. So then there's the second one right there. It says a old, action button to pick up the barrel. So you're gonna grab that. And then we'll go to the next part of the Wonder Weapon. It's gonna be the body of the gun. When you're up there by the flopper, you're gonna kill keepers. It's gonna be right there. You're gonna grab that. And the last part is gonna be in dig spots. There's a few shovels in every area. You're gonna use those to get the stone up. Once you get the stone up, you have all three parts and you go by double tap to build this. Now, currently Logical did say that this map is a little broken to where the gun isn't buildable. So once you get the three parts, you actually don't need to get the three parts, but there's a /give logical_artificer command to actually give you the Wonder Weapon. So he says once you get the three parts, you can do the code, but actually from the moment you spawn into the map, you can actually do it. And this is pretty much where you would do a /, and there's the command as you just saw it up there. Once you get that, there's the Wonder Weapon. And we're going to go to the next step of actually getting the other artifact, which is going to be the Margwa Heart. Now, the Margwa Heart, you're going to find three vats like this that you see me shooting at. Now, you have to use the Wonder Weapon. Now, you have to collect souls. Now, when you shoot the initial shot, it's not going to actually collect the soul. It's the ripple effect of the firework hitting the ground and the zombies in the area of that wave that actually suck the souls in. So make sure you got your perks. Make sure you definitely got your shield because they can come from 2 to 3 different spots at one time. Once you get enough, you'll see the way it actually just right there. When you get enough souls, you'll get that effect right there. It'll light up, illuminations with a sound, and that lets you know that it's done. You go into the parallel tunnel. There's another one there, and the third one is at the top right there where you see double tap. After you get those 3 parts, shout out to the nuke. Once you get those 3 parts, there's the Margwa Heart. Just like with the crystal orb, you're gonna go back to spawn, drop it down here in the blue smoke or the blue fire. It'll be another 30-second lockdown with the zombies. After that is done, just like with the crystal orb, you're gonna pick it up, go back to the top side by Fighter's Fizz, PhD, back there to the artifacts wall, drop that in there, and we're gonna move on to the last step of grabbing the sword. So to forge the sword, you need 2 parts. First part, watch this really carefully. I'm gonna slow it down for you. I watched Logical do this. You're gonna have to slide off that way, hit square right as you slide down that part right there. It's a little tricky. Make sure you got your perks on, especially PhD Pro. So you see how you said the gravity was on? If gravity wasn't on and I didn't have Pro, I would have obviously died. But anyway, that's the hilt of the sword. You'll get it right there on the speed cola. After you get that, you're gonna move up and you're gonna take that to the very top. Once you get it actually to the top of the zip line, you're gonna go to a little, there's a little pedestal, and on the pedestal, it'll be like a red flaming pedestal that says, hey, it'll be a prompt that says, hey, place this right here on the pedal. And keep in mind, you can only hold 1 item at a time. You can't hold multiple parts of the Easter egg items and whatnot, but right there, drop it on the pedestal, and that'll be the hilt. And the next part we got to get is the actual blade. To get the blade, make sure you have PhD Pro. You're going to take a look off to the right here. If you look very close, it's a small ass line. Logical made this thing small as hell. It took me a few, I did die about 5 or 6 times, but I eventually got it. And I die again here. And I'm not sure why, even with PhD Pro, but still, most of the time when I drop down here, I didn't die, but there were times when I did. But just make sure you got PhD Pro just to be safe. Either way, there's no limit on the amount of times you can buy Quick Revive. To get Quick Revive, bring it back up to the pedestal, drop the blade on the pedestal. You're gonna wait 2 whole rounds. After you wait 2 entire rounds, at the start of that 3rd round, you're gonna see the pedestal light up blue. As you see right here, it's gonna light up blue. You're gonna grab the sword blade out of the pedestal, and you're gonna run it, of course, run it all the way back to the pedestal wall. The artifact wall. Drop it in there, look down, it's gonna give you this key. There you go, you're gonna grab the key, and from here, we're gonna go to the next step, which is the 4 pedestals. We're gonna grab some souls, not too hard. I would highly recommend having the Mustang and Sally's here, by the way. So it's 4 pedestals around here, which is basically the pedestals from Zetsubo no Shima. You're gonna drop it in there. You're gonna grab exactly 10 zombie kills. I've tested this a few different times, and it is exactly 10 kills. So after you get 10 zombie kills, it's going to be a prompt. It's going to be a little flash, just like when you did the soul steps to get the heart earlier in the map. And right here is going to be the last 2 kills. There you go. You see the little flash. You're going to grab that, and we're going to move up to the second location, which is right there by Quick Revive, not too far from the spawn. Drop that in there. Get your 10 souls. Quick, easy peasy. Again, Mustang and Salad going to be the way to go. Third location is going to be up near Double Tap. I ran past it a couple of times, but once you get those 10 souls locked in, easy peasy. You're going to go back to the back of the artifact wall in the very back. Drop it down there, get your 10 kills, and bam. That's going to be the 4th location. And I do believe from here, you're going to be boss fight ready. Now, I will say, currently, the boss fight is broken. I'm going to show you what happens here. When I actually, I get all my stuff ready, you know, I got my perks ready. I'm over here hyped like, hey, we about to go to the boss fight. We about to get this jumping. What you're basically gonna do is the same hole where you jumped in to grab the crystal orb. You're gonna jump there and go all the way into the water, and you're gonna actually get spit back out the spawn for a different area for the boss fight. Now, I've tried this about 3 times. When I got here, I was on the ground, and then you just fall right through, and that's pretty much the boss fight. So I guess after the judging of the map, maybe he'll fix it, and then we can actually fix this guide and update it to where we show you how to complete the boss fight. But that's it, guys. Thanks for checking out the guide. It's your boy BlakkZombiBagBoi. If you got any questions, leave it in the comments. Other than that, as always, go out here and get the bag. If not, you get bagged. Catch you guys on the next video.